Imagine this: a grave is being excavated, and inside it, a mother is found holding her baby tightly against her chest. This is not an ordinary scene, because the child is still in her arms, and the mother's face is tilted toward the baby, as if she is still looking at it. But here is the real truth. They didn't die recently. They died 4,800 years ago, and since then, this mother never let go of her child. This is not a story, not a movie, but a reality that left the entire world in silence. When archaeologists first opened this grave, they couldn't speak for a few moments, because what they saw was not just bones, it was a moment of feeling preserved exactly as it was thousands of years ago. Beneath the earth, hidden under layers of time, was a moment that feels just as powerful today as it must have been back then. A mother and her child, and an embrace that did not end, even after death. Looking at it feels like time has stopped, like the world has gone silent, and only one thing remains: love. A kind of love that doesn't lose to time, to death, or to history. And that is the moment that turned a simple excavation into a story that the entire world felt, understood, and carried in their hearts. This event took place in 2014, when archaeologists were excavating an ancient site in Taiwan. They expected to find ordinary artifacts, pottery, tools, bones, but what they found was far beyond anything they imagined. A total of 48 graves were discovered at the site, and almost all of them followed the same burial pattern. But when they opened the final grave, everything changed. Inside was a young mother, small in stature, her bones showing signs of hard labor, holding her 6-month-old baby tightly. The baby's bones were so tiny that just looking at them was enough to break your heart. The mother's face was gently tilted toward the child, as if in her final moment she was still looking at it, comforting it, or perhaps comforting herself. Scientists believe they died at roughly the same time, but the exact cause remains a mystery. Was it illness? An accident? A natural disaster? We may never know. But one thing is clear: they were buried in a way that they could never be separated. Someone made that decision. Someone chose that this mother would never be apart from her child, even in death. This was not tradition, not ritual. It was emotion, it was a choice, it was love that broke every rule. And that is what makes this discovery extraordinary. When the images of this discovery were released to the world, something unusual happened. People saw them and instantly understood. They didn't need explanations, research, or history, because this wasn't a complicated story. It was a feeling that exists inside every human being. Millions of people around the world saw this image and felt it in their own way. Some called it the most beautiful thing they had ever seen. Others said it was the most heartbreaking. But everyone agreed on one thing. This is not just a story of the past. This is the story of humanity. Because across every era, every place, one thing has always remained the same. When danger comes, when time runs out, when everything is lost, people hold onto the ones they love. In China, Siberia, Europe, archaeologists have found many graves where people were buried holding each other, as if even in their final moments, they refused to let go. And that is what reminds us that no matter how different we are, our core is the same. We love, and we don't want to let go. Today, we live in a world that moves fast. Time, life, relationships, everything. We have technology, information, power, but we still cannot answer one simple question. What were this mother's final moments like? Did she know this would be her last embrace? Did she consciously hold her child tighter? Or is it instinct? Maybe the answer is simple. Maybe she didn't think at all. Maybe she was just a mother doing what mothers have always done, holding her child, and then never letting go. For 1,800 years have passed, but that moment remains unchanged. Time did not erase it. The earth did not destroy it. It preserved it. And now, when we look at it, we don't just see an ancient grave. We see ourselves, our relationships, our love. So now the question is for you. If someone looks at what we leave behind thousands of years from now, will they say the same thing about us? That we held on to love? If this story made you feel something, if it reminded you of someone, then do one thing right now. Go to the comments and write just one word, the feeling you experienced. And if you want more real, deep, and emotionally powerful stories like this, subscribe, because the next story might take you even deeper.